Good morning, Unity. I think you all know this one. Please feel free to sing along.
In our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll have you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride, and you have things you need to borrow. One can feel those of your needs that you don't let it show. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. There is a load you have to bear that you can carry. I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean
We're blessed. Aren't we blessed? And welcome back, Jim. Welcome back. So glad. Good morning, everyone. You're a lively crowd this morning. You're awake. My name is Reverend Cheryl Myers, and it's my complete joy to be here with you today. And we welcome everyone who are tuning in via YouTube live stream. Good morning to you. Hi, Kansas. So welcome, and here we are. And so we are celebrating the season for peace and nonviolence, and also recognizing and celebrating Black History Month. And so part of our recognition of Black History Month is to recognize a few of the major heroes, many, many, many heroes that there are too many to name. But this morning we are highlighting Shirley Chisholm. I know. And Donna Collinbell will come up and share. Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Well, Shirley Anita St. Hill Chisholm was born in Brooklyn, New York on November 30th, 1924. She was the oldest of 4 daughters to immigrant parents. Shirley graduated from Brooklyn Girls High in 1942 and from Brooklyn College cum laude in 1946, where she won awards on the debate team. Initially, Shirley worked as a nursery school teacher, but in 1949, she married Conrad Chisholm, a private investigator whom she later divorced in 1977. Shirley earned a master's degree from Columbia University in early childhood education in 1951. By 1960, she was a consultant to the New York City Division of Daycare. Ever aware of racial and gender inequality, she joined local chapters of the League of Women Voters, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the Urban League, as well as the Democratic Party Club in Brooklyn. In 1964, Chisholm ran for and became the second African American in New York State Legislature. In 1968, Chisholm sought and won a seat in Congress. There, Fighting Shirley, as she was known, introduced more than 50 pieces of legislation, championed racial and gender equality, the plight of the poor, ending the Vietnam War. She was a co-founder of the National Women's Political Caucus in 1971 and in 1977 became the first Black woman and second woman ever to serve on the powerful House Rules Committee. Discrimination followed Chisholm's request for the 1972 Democratic Party presidential nomination. She was blocked from participating in televised primary debates, and after taking legal action, was permitted to make just one speech. Still, students, women, and minorities followed the Chisholm trail. She entered 12 primaries and garnered 152 delegate votes. That's 10% of the total, despite being an underfinanced campaign and the contentions from the predominantly male Congressional Black Caucus. Shirley retired from Congress in 1983. She taught at Mount Holyoke College and co-founded the National Political Congress of Black Women. In 1991, she moved to Florida and later declined the nomination to become the ambassador to Jamaica due to health concerns. Of her legacy, Shirley said simply this: "I want to be a woman who is remembered and dare to be a catalyst for change." Today, we honor the extraordinary contributions of Shirley Chisholm. We're grateful for the difference she's made in our world.
So let's just take a deep breath now. And if you feel comfortable, just gently close your eyes and let's officially begin our time together in the activity of prayer. How sweet it is just to breathe and come together in unity on this beautiful Sunday morning. We are grateful for this beautiful campus where we can come together and gather in this beautiful room and feel the loving hearts that are open and ready to express. And every handshake and every hug and every word and every exchange. So thank you for being here this morning. Know that your presence, your light, makes a difference. And we are grateful this morning for all the people that say yes to expressing their brilliance in this world. People like Shirley Chisholm and the other heroes that we have honored and will honor this month and beyond. People like you and me that just say yes to expressing love, to being that presence in our world. Thank you so much. And for this time together, we just breathe into gratitude overflowing in our hearts. And so it is. Amen. So if anyone is with us this morning for the very first time, if you'll raise your hand and just keep your hand raised really nice and tall, and our ushers will come and bring you a welcome packet. And if you fill out the card on the front and slip it in our offering bag, we will just simply add your email address to our Friday afternoon online newsletter if you care to receive that. It has great things in it, tells you everything that's going on here at Unity of Gaithersburg, and it's a lot of really great things. So let's stand and sing a song together.
Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. These ways, yeah, yeah. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
So take a moment, offer a handshake, and ask for a hug. Greet your neighbor. Please make your way back to your seats.
Good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. It's waiting Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart.
Here we go. Got it. Good morning. My name is Bill Sunderman, and this week's transformation opportunities are detailed in your community newsletter, and you can receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. And now is a great time to completely silence your cell phones. Thanks. Well, today is a quarterly community meeting right after service. There it is. You'll hear updates from our board and Reverend Cheryl about all that's happening here at Unity of Gaithersburg, open to all. See you there. And now join Edie Crane as she teaches a 4-week course called Listening from the Heart. Listening from the Heart. One of the most precious gifts we can offer another is our unconditional presence and attention. Come and learn how to listen to ourselves and others, and how that ability creates peace and compassion and deepens our awareness of our true nature. There's a minimum of 8 participants. Suggested love offering is $60. Sign up online through a newsletter or the website. And now, are you ready for some chili cook-off? Yeah. Green is an option, but required. Okay. Our youth and family ministry, St. Patty's Day, Lick of the Irish Chili Cook-Off is Sunday, March 17th. It's only a few weeks from today, right after the service on the 17th. So cook up your favorite chili recipe, and participants will vote for their favorite using their dollars. This is a fun and tasty fundraiser for our youth program. Sign up in the back of the sanctuary for the chili or side dish you will bring, and don't forget to wear your green. And lastly, the Big Spring Prosperity Fling. Yes, again. How many years is this now? How many years is this?
This is the third year.
Third year, that's right. Yay. So reach out to Carol Plummer if you'd like to be a part of the auction team. This is a major fun event here at Unity of Gaithersburg, and all support is welcome. And now, Reverend Cheryl would like to introduce some very special people.
Yes. Yes. So, yesterday, I had the privilege of spending most of the day with some really amazing people. Some people that are declaring their intention to be new active members here at Unity of Gaithersburg. And what that means is they're saying yes to being a part of this community, blessing this community with their light and their love and their gifts and their talents, and they're allowing this community to bless them on their spiritual journey. And it was a wonderful day, and I would like to introduce to you these wonderful peeps. So come on up, you guys. Give them some love. Okay. All right. So, you are perfect. We kind of had a love fest yesterday. So, you beautiful, beautiful souls. We just have a little acknowledgement. We have a little certificate that has their name and the date, and we also have a flower. And we're also going to love you up in another way. But first, I'd like to just introduce them to you individually so you will know them. Beverly Bird. Donna Colombo. Pierre Colombo. Kathy Daniels. Ann Gerlach, finally. Barbara Hoyman, finally. Peggy Schiller. If we could stand, and we're going to sing a song to them, You Are the Face of God. And so I just invite you, new precious members, if you would just open your hearts and just let us love you. This is your community, and we love you very much. Here we go. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. So I just invite us as a community, turn to your neighbor and sing this song to your neighbor. You are the face of
a part of me. You are the face of God.
Continue. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Can we send these beautiful lights and each other lots of love? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's always great to get new members. Thank you. And now, let's center ourselves as we reflect together on today's daily word. And the word today is love. Yeah, love. The affirmation, love is my essence. Love is my essence. It's written in the book of Romans that love is the fulfillment of divine love, divine law. Love is the thread that weaves together the fabric of all human life and connects everything in the universe. Love is my essence and purpose of being. I use the power of love in my everyday life. I look at the world through the eyes of love and focus on the good in each person and situation. If I cannot find that goodness, I access my faith and trust that love is always present, even when I can't see it. I turn my attention inward and connect with the divine love I am and realize that love is the essence of all of us. My thoughts, words, and actions naturally express love. Aglow with divine love, my heart radiates peace, light, and joy within and without. And from Romans 13:8, love one another, for the one who loves another has fulfilled the law. And now let's prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
As I close my eyes and the world disappears, I can feel my breath rise and fall. There's a light inside that dispels all my fears, and I hear a gentle voice calling. All is well, 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 all is well.
So once again, we take a deep breath. And we just allow the love of that last experience of welcoming the new members and singing to each other to just keep our hearts open to the love that lives there, seeking to express. Because love is our nature, it seeks to express. And how beautiful it is to have a community to express it to each other. to behold the infinite light, the divinity of each of us. So I invite you now just to focus the breath into your physical heart space. Just breathe into your heart and breathe out. When we think about expressing our love, we bring people to our heart. We've even said maybe sometimes, oh, this person lives in my heart, or I have love in my heart for this person. So I just invite you now to bring someone that you love into your heart right now. And just allow the love that lives in your heart to infill this person. See this person that you love infilled and surrounded with the divine light of love that lives in your heart. Just feel it. And bring another person to your mind's eye and place that person into your heart that you love. It could be a friend or a family member. And just feel the love just flow so freely. And now I invite you to bring someone to your mind's eye that you disagree with. It could be someone on the news or on your Facebook page. Just bring them into your heart. Just hold them there and send them the light of love that lives in your heart. And just notice how it feels for you to send love to this person that might have triggered you or generated some anger or frustration within you. But notice how it feels right now. Notice how it feels for you. We are the wellspring of love because we are divine love. Love is an aspect of our divine nature that never goes away. It's always full and ready to express. Regardless of whatever story we might be telling about someone, that love is always available to flow. So as we move now into a time of silence, I invite you to continue to bring someone into your heart space. It's up to you if it's someone that you might have disagreed with or have an upset with, or someone else that you love. Just notice how it feels for you to hold this person in your heart and send them love in the silence. invite you to take a deep breath into your heart. And before we complete this meditation this morning, there's one more person I would like to invite you to bring into your heart. And that's you. So bring you, an image of you, into your heart space. And send that beautiful person all the love that lives in your heart. Regardless of the judgments we hold about ourselves, how hard we are on ourselves, our essence is pure, unconditional love. And when we can send that love to ourselves, it frees us and gives us peace. It allows us to be gentle with ourselves when we make mistakes. So just take a deep breath into your heart. Send yourself love. And just allow the love in your heart to radiate out and bless this room and beyond. Your light, your love, expressing is the power that heals the world. So thank you for shining it. Thank you for sharing it, for being it. So let's take one more deep breath together. For the love that we are. We're so grateful. And so it is. Amen.
I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. All is well. Move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. I move through my day, feeling lighthearted and carefree, knowing all is well. All is well.
You'll find there's no need to cry in this place. You'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there. Care enough for the living. Make a little space. Make a better place. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. Then it feels there always love enough for us growing. So make a better world. Make a better world. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. And the dream we were conceived in will reveal a joyful face. And the world we once believed in will shine again in our grace. Then why do we keep strangling life? Won't this earth crucify this soul? Though it's plain to see this world is heavenly, be God's glow. We could fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel my brothers and my sisters. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry those happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into the plowshares. We could really get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space to make a better place. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me.
Isn't that awesome? Thank you. Well, after church, little Johnny tells his parents that he has to go and talk to the minister right away. And they agree, and the pastor greets the family. And Pastor, Johnny said, I heard you say today that our bodies come from the dust. That's right, Johnny, I did. And I heard you say that when we die, our bodies go back to dust. Yes, I'm glad you were listening, son. Why do you ask? Well, you better come over to our house right away and look under my bed, because there's someone either coming or going. My house, too. So did you have a happy Valentine's Day? Did you have a good one? Did you hang out with somebody that you love? Yeah, yes. Did you have chocolates or wine or? Yeah. Both. Well, you know, around this time of year, it seems a lot of us ministers like to talk about love, because this is just an opportunity for us to do that. Because it's kind of in the forefront of our awareness, our expression of love, because Valentine's Day is one of those, you know, regardless of whether you think it's a Hallmark invented holiday, for us to overtly share our love in the unique ways that we do. And, you know, as I was looking at this topic, I thought, gosh, how many talks have I written over since 2008 and before, when I was speaking in churches, about love? It was like, so I thought, what is another way that I can talk about it with you today? Because, you know, love's kind of a big deal. You know, we sing about it in love songs. You know, we cry for love, we buy for love, we die for love. You know, what makes love so special? Well, I don't think there's anything more impactful to a human being than love. You know, I have a really good friend who is an attachment therapist for young children. And she constantly works with children that have not received love. And the impacts have been severe on their hearts. You know, so the more people are loved, the more they thrive. And when people are starved for love, when love was withdrawn or withheld from them, we struggle. And I really, when I think about it, I think unconditional love is the purest form of expression of our divinity that we can do, that we can express. I think truly it is the sweetest, most profound expression of our divinity. And that's why it's a big deal. Because no love, no peace. But dadgum, you know, there's also those songs about, oh, you left me and you didn't love me. You know, we struggle with that. What keeps us from expressing love? And so what came to me were the stories that we tell about whatever. You know, so if you can imagine someone in your life that maybe you used to love and maybe you don't love anymore, or you're either not expressing love to that person, what I wonder, and I ask myself the same question, what story am I telling about it? You know, what judgments have I created about the person or about what they've done? What labels have I put on that person because of that? And, you know, we all make up and tell stories. And if you remember when we did the Fifth Agreement with Don Miguel Ruiz? That was back in 2015. And I love that work. You know, Don Miguel Ruiz is a Toltec wisdom teacher, author, and speaker. And he reminds us that we're storytellers. That from the moment that we were born, we have been domesticated by whoever raised us to believe certain things. And as a result of being indoctrinated with beliefs and judgments and labels, we took them on as what's true. It begins to be the story we tell over and over and over again, and we start to see each other through the lens of our stories. And what we see around us is the result of living from these stories, right? Remember, I think a couple weeks ago I said we see in the world what we carry in our hearts. So I know the reason that I judge and I keep telling a story about someone or a situation is because, dadgummit, I want to be right about it. Right? Can anybody else join me in that? Nah. So, when we're judging and we're criticizing and we're putting labels on people, where is the room for the love? To make room for love, we got to begin to question those beliefs and judgments and labels. At least that's what I believe. And so I remembered this work. Byron Katie has been around forever. And she's written several books about this whole idea of questioning our judgments. And she calls it the work. And so the work consists of 4 questions. So I'm just going to invite you, as I go through these questions, just to bring to mind a situation you're working with where you're judging someone. And I know we're all love and light, but if you can, muster up somebody you have some judgments about, okay? All right. So you have judgments about someone. Is it true? Now, that's the first question. Is it true? Now, because I did this exercise, and I was like, yes. It is true, dadgummit, because I have this evidence and this and this and this and this and this. But what Byron Katie says is when you ask the question, is it true, you don't look out here, you don't look at your journal, you be still and know. You take a moment, you be still and you know, is it true? And the second question is it absolutely true? In case we kind of wheezed past that first one. And the second question, which I in my mind, I reframed that question to say, is it absolute truth? Because in my mind, there's not too many things in the world that are absolute truth. My big banner of absolute truth is that every single one of us is divine and whole. That's my big absolute truth banner. Is it absolute truth? Then it starts to kind of fall apart a little bit. Third question. So when you have that judgment, when you have that thought, how do you react when you have that thought? What do you feel? What do you do? What do you want to do? Such as maybe you withdraw. Maybe you withhold your love and affection. Maybe you feel angry, resentful, or anxious or worried. How do you feel when you have that judgmental thought? And the fourth question is, who would you be without that thought? Who would you be? And how does that feel for you? See, I really love those questions. So is it true? Is it absolutely true? How do you feel? How do you react when you have that thought? And who would you be without that thought? And see, when we start to do that level of inquiry, it's interesting how the story just seems to shift a bit. The judgments don't have the same intensity. And there's actually some room for us to express our love. Because, folks, like that beautiful song, Heal the world's calling for our love. The world is calling for us to let go of our judgments, our stories, our labels. And so I found this video I wanted to show to you this morning that really speaks to this whole idea of labels and how we can withhold our love because we have labels. So join me as we watch this together.
heart doesn't see race.
Love has no age limit.
That's my best friend.
We are neighbors and best friends.
We all have different religions, but we have universal love as well.
I love my sister.
Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Now I want to cry. So that's how we live love. And the opportunity that I just want to leave us with today is what's ours to leave? What legacy of love is ours to leave? Because I think we can all point to someone who has left their legacy on our hearts and has touched our hearts and impacted who we are today. And I really wanted to tell you this story. When I was 15, I worked at Baskin-Robbins ice cream store because I was raising money to go on a bike trip with Young Life. Have you heard of Young Life? It's a Christian organization for you. And it was 375 miles up and down the Blue Ridge Parkway, and it ended with this beautiful retreat in Weaverville, North Carolina, where the retreat center was. And I made friends with the manager of the Baskin-Robbins, and he was part of the Young Life group. And long story short, I didn't prepare for this trip like I should have with all the jogs and everything, you know. And so I was a hurtin' pup on these 10-speed bicycles going up and down the Blue Ridge Parkway. And the last day of the trip was a 77-mile day where we had to climb Mount Mitchell. If you don't know Mount Mitchell, it's the highest peak in the Appalachian Mountains. It's the highest peak in the mainland in the eastern part of North America. It's almost 6,700 feet. And so Bill, the manager, was my group leader. And he had been struggling too. And here we are. And there were 200 kids on this trip, and they had all gone, and it was Bill and me. And, you know, it touched my heart because he said, I will not leave you. He was crying. I was crying. We cried every mile up that dadgum mountain. People were passing us. We were going through the clouds, and they're like, good luck. And I made it. I think I put that 10-speed down for about 10 years. But you know, that sweet soul left a legacy of love in my heart. And it's impacted who I want to be for other people. I don't want to leave people either when they're struggling. So ours to live and ours to leave. So let's live it, folks. The world's calling. And let's just get clear. We can leave a legacy. Every person that we touch is our legacy. And when we set that intention, we can make a powerful ripple effect in the world. You think? You think? You know. Awesome. I could say so much more, but I think you get it. Let's affirm together. My life is a legacy of love, and so it is.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. That's great. A legacy. Okay. And now is the time to give from our unlimited abundance and open hearts. As you prepare to place your tithe or consistent giving card in the offering bag, or give online as you join us via YouTube, here's some prosperity wisdom from How I Use Truth by Emily Cady. And she said, the certainty of manifestation depends on the ability to recognize and accept truth. Commune with your own heart and be still. Be still and know. Be still and trust. Be still and expect. Let's affirm now our offering blessing together.
getting out of key. Oh, I get by with little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. What would you do if love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friend. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends.
Let's stand and sing in our youth. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us coming together. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, coming together, 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 coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, coming together. Please be seated.
Thank you. Today's lesson used the wisdom of First Lady Michelle Obama and President Barack Obama, and when they go low, we go high, and Barack Obama's letter to his daughter, the book. And so the kids, from the affirmations in the book, they chose the ones that spoke to them.
I honor others' sacrifices, and I am inspired to fix the future.
I am kind.
I don't give up. I am an explorer.
Please stand and bless our glorious children.
Join hands and sing our peace song. wonderful, peace-filled week, sharing the love in your heart, and can't wait to see you at our community meeting in about 10 minutes.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody